So I'm here with Paul from Riot Games. We're going through League of Legends. How's it going?
It's good. It's been a good show so far. I've been showing off some of the stuff we got going on here, and it's been pretty chill. So yeah.
We do like to focus on co-op games, and what does League of Legends offer to, a co-op player or people looking for that co-op experience?
League of Legends is a team game, and when you have a team, that's a co-op experience. Like, it's all about synergizing teamwork with your friends, really, to outwit and destroy your opponent's base. And because there's so many characters, so many roles, you can, in a way, it's just like any other sport, right? You have, like, in basketball, your point guard, right? You have your center. Well, in League of Legends, you have your top lane, you have your AD carries, you have your supports, you have your tanks, you have your mages, right? And they can all synergize on different lanes in the map, and how you coordinate together is how you win the game. And it's not an individual achievement. It's 5 people who have to make a game win, so it's as co-op as it gets.
You guys have added, it started the nice feature of being able to practice against the AI,
Yes.
do a little comp stomp for those of us who aren't as pro as the rest of the League of Legends players. But why that decision to have that in there?
I think it's good to be able to practice in a place where you're free to experiment and not feel that pressure of having to win against human opponents. I think it's important just to ramp up and have that practice realm. We had custom games before and we had bots, but we really wanted to really invest time into making sure those bots played similarly to humans, and so we invested time to do that. And in January, so we launched that last year, and in January we released a big upgrade and released additional, I think, 30 extra bots, and I think we're continuing to add more bots from time to time, just so we can make sure that people understand when they're playing practice games, what are the different types of characters, what do they do, what can I look out for. And it's a great way to onboard people. Like my wife, for example, she's been more of a console gamer, and I got her to play League of Legends with me, and the entryway for her was bots, and we've worked our way up and made it accessible to her, and I think that's important and cool, so I'm glad we did that. Yeah,
it's really awesome to understand that people may get intimidated with a game of this nature, hopping right in and maybe getting destroyed by high level players, so it is nice to have that option.
So the latest character that we have coming into the game is Draven. He's the Glorious Executioner. He's actually the brother of Darius, who's a champion we just released 2 weeks ago. They're Noxian Blood Brothers. So I'm going to log in here.
Awesome start screen, by the way, or login screen here.
Let me take a moment to talk about this. So we're really excited about this because we make custom music and login for all of our champions, starting with Lulu about in March. And what's cool, if you can listen in on this song has chanting of Draven's name. That was done by about 30 rioters. We got into a room in the office, and our
the gang vocals?
Yeah, we all just started chanting Draven, and then they integrated it into the composition.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so this is all, original composition with rioters doing the screaming of his name. That was a really cool moment. All right,
let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're gonna jump into a bot game here.
It's a really nice way to showcase the new guys too.
Yeah, we really wanted to be able to kind of get people excited when they first log in after a patch happens. I forgot my login. Okay, cool. So I'll jump into a custom game here just so we can go ahead and take a look at his abilities. But Draven is a ranged AD carry. He specializes in throwing axes at you. And what's neat about it is you like that?
That was good. Yeah, he seems like a cocky guy.
That was the whole point. So ideas can come from anywhere in League of Legends, and so what we wanted to do with Draven was we had the idea of we don't have a showman, we don't have a narcissistic I'm the best type of guy, like a Ric Flair or Randy Macho Man Savage, and we're like, could we make that guy? And so one of our artists went home and drew what eventually became Draven, brought us back this image with this guy with these cool spinning axes. He's like, what if it's this guy, he's like an axe specialist, and he throws them at you. And we're like, wow, it's awesome. And one of the designers said, well, what if he juggled axes off your face? And we're like,
he's a showman.
He's a showman, literally just tossing them and getting them back. We're like, that's awesome, and that's how we kind of came to be. So, his main ability revolves around his Q, and that's spinning axe, where basically on his next attack, he throws an axe and he can catch it. So a little reticle appears on the ground and you can move into position and catch it. It'll reduce the cooldown and let you do it again and again and again. And so coupled with your W, which is a move and attack speed steroid, you're able to get into position quickly and pick up the axes. Exactly. So eventually, as you go through the game, if you can pull off catching a lot of axes, you'll have 2 of them going at the same time. And you're just doing more damage, your crit percentage kind of goes up, and he turns into a powerhouse. But it's risk reward. You have to be in a position to catch him, and you can be, you know, caught with your pants down.
Definitely a huge positional player.
Yes, very much so. I think a good Draven player will learn to master that and will be very effective, but it's going to take finesse and practice.
Nice. What kind of loadouts are we looking for Draven to be effective on the battlefield here?
I think you're going to want to go with attack damage, as much attack damage and attack speed as possible, right? You know, if you want to get crazy, you can do, you know, all lifesteal is not a bad idea. But for me, I like to just smack him in the face and watch him die. So I'll pump the damage and speed on him wherever you can, because he has some good escape. So I wouldn't really worry about sustain too much with his W. He's able to get out of dodge pretty quickly.
Yeah, that buff will help him in and out of battles.
Oh, very much so, and that was the synergy there. So I'm gonna move down in the bottom lane here. He's E. He throws out 2 axes, and it's gonna knock aside any minions or champions. Okay. So and then once I level, I have to gain some levels here and beat some bots. But it's gonna move people to a side. And his ultimate is really cool. It's marquee. He throws out these axes and they start to grind around the floor. It's a global ultimate. You can send it across the whole screen, and if it reaches the edge of the map, it'll come back. If you hit a champion, it'll come back to you.
That's what triggers the back.
Triggers, yeah. Or you could activate it again and it'll call back automatically. Okay. So you can really use it to do some cool positioning here. This is gonna be, as you know, this is an intense game. I got 2 bots and me down south here.
Pushing that bottom really hard.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna activate it. My axe is spinning. I hit anti-bot. I caught it, and it's ready to go again. So what's neat is when you have this ability. Oh, I just missed.
So does that take away the cooldown when you catch it?
Reduces it.
Reduces
it. Yeah, it reduces the cooldown. So you're gonna want to use it on farming. It's going to help you to do that, to kind of keep that up. So when an enemy comes by, you can kind of harass them a good amount with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When can we see the Macho Man Randy Savage skin?
Which I would love to make that.
I'm giving away my trade secrets.
I know, that's a good one. Well, check this out. We also did something neat too. We've been doing this kind of little details here. When you hit your teleport back to base, strikes a pose. And no matter
what a guy.
Yeah, no matter what position he's always going to be pointing back to base.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's those little touches. Gives the game character.
Well, that's what we like to do, you know. We like to do. There's a couple Easter eggs with them, so I'm eager. I think some fans have already found it, but, you know, I'm eager to see what people find when 2 Dravens go head-to-head with each other. It was kind of a soul reaver, so basically he's like kind of ghastly and kind of like spectral. Oh, he's glowing, so his voiceover is going to be kind of ghostly, and he's going to have new particles and everything, and we were pretty stoked about that.
That's crazy. It's one thing to, you know, make a new skin for a character, for, you know, that many characters. How many heroes are you up to now?
We're in the 90s.
That's crazy. And giving them all different voices for their skins, like that amount of detail, like it's definitely, you know, evident that it's a passion for you guys.
It's a lot of work, but we love doing it, man. At the end of the day, this is the best job in the world.
That's great. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for taking the time, walking us through, you know, the intricacies of League of Legends and showing off Draven. He looks like a lot of fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I hope everyone enjoys him. Please let us know what you feel like in the forums. You know, we really open to feedback, so whatever.
Awesome. Cool. Cheers.
All right, cheers.